Hi guys, and welcome to my presentation from afar. I chose these two paintings because I believe that these two paintings together, they tell one story, one of assimilation and the other one profiting off of that assimilation. So the first painting was painted in 1837 to 1839 by George Catlin. In America, Empire of Liberty, we find out that clearing out the natives was essential to make room for white Americans in the West. According to Reynolds, we also find out that Jefferson hoped that these so-called savages could be civilized and brought into the American way of life. The double portrait of the same man provides a story of assimilation of the Indians into white American culture. On the left, we see Wei Jun John wearing traditional native clothing made from materials from his surroundings, which reflects his environment. He is also wearing a large buffalo robe, which represents honor and bravery. The war bonnet he is wearing is traditionally worn by the leader of the tribe, so therefore we find out that he's the leader of this tribe. On the right, we see that his clothes has changed and has been replaced by American military uniform. During the early 1800s, white Americans continued to expand into territories already populated by Native Americans. Under the Indian Removal Act from 1830, which was passed by President Andrew Jackson, Native Americans were removed from their ancestral lands and pushed into lands already inhabited by other tribes or onto reservations which held no economic value to the government. George Catlin admired the Enlightenment ideal that the natives had, which was living in harmony with nature. Whereas, according to Reynolds, Jefferson admired the enlightenment of the nobleman, where these savages could be civilized and equal to the white men. So he didn't see the savages as equal. If we look at the other painting, which was painted in 1852 by Francis William Edmonds, he named this painting The Speculator. A speculator is a person who invests in stocks, property, or other ventures in the hope of making a profit. As reported by Reynolds, Livingston and Monroe negotiated and settled on the price of $15 million for the whole of Louisiana Territory, which added about 530 million acres to the national domain, stretching from the Mississippi River to the Rocky Mountains. Reynolds also states that this purchase was one of the best bargains in history, at roughly 4 cents an acre. Jefferson, like most politicians, agreed that this bargain was a godsend, and therefore starting the Manifest Destiny, which is the 19th century belief that Western expansion of the United States throughout the American continent is not only justified but also divinely ordained and inevitable. The hardcore believers of the Manifest Destiny were those who practiced land speculation, and these speculators bought large pieces of land in hopes that the land would increase in value once more people settled there and the demand for Western territory increases. Adding to the Western land to the Union made Western land more popular consequently. Thank you.